For 12 years, Idris walked the same street every morning. He was the postman of a small town, and he knew every door, every name, and every face on his route. But one door taught him something no book ever could. It was the small blue door of a young woman named Noor. Every week, Idris brought her an envelope. And every week, when she opened it, her face fell just a little. The envelopes were always the same. Thin, light. And inside, always the same 3 words, not accepted this time. Noor wanted to be a writer. She wrote every night after her job at the fabric shop ended. She sent her stories to magazines, to publishers, to anyone who might read them. And every week, the answer came back the same way. Idris watched this happen for months. Then for years. At first, he thought she would stop. Most people stop. He had delivered enough letters in his life to know that hope has a shelf life and disappointment usually wins. But Noor never stopped. Every week, a new envelope went out. Every week, a thin one came back. One winter morning, Idris handed her another envelope. His hands were cold, and hers were shaking, not from the weather, but from habit. She had learned to expect the worst before she even opened it. Do you ever wonder why I keep bringing you these? Idris asked. Noor looked up, surprised. No one had asked her that before. Because it's your job, she said quietly. No, Idris said. I could give these to anyone. A boy on a bicycle. A machine, even. But I choose to bring yours myself, because I want to see what happens next. Noor didn't understand what he meant. She simply nodded and closed the door. Years passed. The envelopes kept coming. Some weeks Idris noticed she didn't even open them right away, she just placed them on a growing pile near her window. He wondered if she had finally given up quietly, without telling anyone. But she hadn't. She was still writing. Every night, the small light in her window stayed on long after the rest of the street went dark. One spring morning, the envelope in Idris' bag felt different. It was thicker than usual. Heavier. He almost didn't notice it among the others, but something made him pause before knocking. Noor opened the door the way she always did, tired, expecting nothing. She took the envelope, and her hands stopped shaking only when she saw how it felt. She opened it slowly. Her eyes moved across the page once. Then again, as if she didn't trust it the first time. It was an acceptance. Her first story was going to be published. She didn't scream or cry in front of him. She just stood there, holding the letter, looking at it the way a person looks at something they have waited too long for. I almost stopped counting the thin ones, she whispered. I never stopped counting them either, Idris said. I just never told you. That was the last thin envelope Noor ever received. After that, the letters became thicker. Contracts, requests, invitations. And a few years later, something arrived that Idris had never carried before, a small package, wrapped simply, with her own name printed on the cover of a real book. He delivered it to her himself, even though it wasn't addressed to anyone but her. He wanted to be the one to hand it over. Now, many years later, Idris is older, and his knees are slower on the same street. But something has changed on his route. Noor's blue door is no longer the only one he watches closely. There is a new one now, 3 streets over. A young boy who writes stories no one has read yet. Every week, Idris delivers his own letters, thin ones mostly. And every week, he pauses a little longer at that door than he needs to. Because now he knows something Noor once didn't. The thin envelopes are not the end of the story. They are simply the part no one wants to talk about.
When I wrote this story, it reminded me of my own experience of feeling like slow or repeated failure meant I was not good enough. But the truth is, the people who quietly witness our struggle often see something we cannot see in the moment, that we are closer than we think. Consistency rarely happens in front of an audience. It happens behind a closed door, one attempt at a time. If you are hearing not accepted right now in whatever you are chasing, remember that the thin envelope is not the end of your story. If this story meant something to you, subscribe to Echoes of Wisdom Stories. Like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it today.